Hello. I'd like to share with you my thoughts about information that is very negative. So there are individuals online on the web who are putting forth a lot of negative information. And if you listen to much of this information often, it can make you feel bad, a bit worse in your day. I want you to realize that this information is thus having an effect on your life. It's making you less happy, isn't it? I feel that you have to be aware of information that is of this nature, that is imbalanced. It's by nature imbalanced. And through my experiences and through my research over the years, I realize that this information is very imbalanced. It's very biased. So it's not the entire truth. One cannot, a person who is telling you their truth, and that truth is very negative, cannot tell you the entire truth about something. They're just telling you their viewpoint of a particular subject. Now, I realize that a lot of this information that people hear on a regular basis, it truly does suck the life out of a person. It lowers the life force energy that exists within each of us. And you can actually feel it if you actually feel worse after viewing a particular video or reading a particular blog or reading too much news. Most people are not really aware of this, though. They read it and it feels negative, but they don't really notice that it's negative. And so they keep on reading it. They become addicted to reading this information. But I want you to be aware of what it does to you. It literally sucks the life out of a person. So if you listen to such information all the time, you're giving yourself bad energy. You're making yourself full of bad emotions that do not, make you happier. If your goal is to be happy, you should not listen to such information all the time. And you should ask yourself often whether this information could be false, because a lot of this information that you hear on the web is false, or at least it's imbalanced in a negative direction. It's biased negatively. But if you notice it, you can actually do research and find out what other aspects of that particular subject are, and hopefully it can help raise your vibration or raise your emotional state so that you could be more at peace and happier. I've noticed that there are a lot of people who are sustained almost on on pure spiritual energy, or just life force energy. Not exactly so much as like young people who have a lot of they have their life force is very strong, because young people can heal quickly. They're very resilient. So if they get punished by a parent, they get over it very quickly. But the elderly can have issues can have a lot of issues with their health, of course, and they may have chronic disease, but they're feeble. They're often feeble, and they don't have much strength. And therefore, many people who are older, they're sustained mainly on their mental state. So if their mental state is positive, if it's high, and they wish to live, then they keep on going on and they keep living. But if too much negativity gets in them, like they've lost friends, they've lost their spouse, feel grief, they don't know what to do anymore. Their life is not the same any longer, and they lose hope, and they tell themselves that they don't want to live anymore. So shortly thereafter, they die. I see the same thing happening in chronic disease patients, such as cancer patients, who are told by their doctors that they have maybe 6 months left to live. Well, if the doctor didn't tell them that, they may live actually longer, because what happens is that they take it to heart and believe it, so much so that they fulfill that prediction of the doctor, even though the doctor cannot know for sure how long that person will live. But the doctor gave a suggestion that because the doctor has authority, the patient believed it and made it happen. So what happened was that this information that they were given by from the doctor made them lose hope. It literally sucked the life out of them. And in the end, they died prematurely when they could have lived longer. If they, for instance, if the doctor said that, if the doctor could predict that, in most cases they have 6 months left to live, but the doctor said 12 months, you have 12 months left to live, that patient may very well make it happen because of that patient's belief in the doctor's words. So words are very powerful. Thoughts are very powerful. Beliefs are very powerful. And what do all of us want? All of us want to be happy, right? So beware of negative information, any information that makes you feel depressed, so that your life can be improved and that you can fill your life with more life. Thank you for listening, and I hope this will help you.